If you're ready to begin your strength training journey, but you're not sure where to start, what exercises to do, or how to do them, then you landed on the right video. I'm going to be taking you through a full body strength workout that only requires dumbbells and can be done at home or in the gym. This is the final workout of a 3-day workout program that I designed for you to do over the next 4 weeks. I provided the links to the other 2 workouts in the description below, so go check those out so you can get started on the best note possible. If you stick to this plan, you will 100% feel and even look better within only 4 weeks. With all that being said, let's jump into the warm-up. We're going to start our warm-up off with some leg lowers. During this movement, you want to keep your lower back in contact and press down through the floor. You're going to take in a big inhale through your nose and slowly lower one of your heels to the floor and exhale as you pull that leg back up. If this is a little too challenging on your lower back or core muscles, then you could place a strap around your non-moving leg and complete all reps on one side before moving to the other side. Next, we have cat-cows. You're going to take in a big inhale as you curve your lower back, drop your belly down, and bring your gaze towards the ceiling. You're then going to exhale as you tuck your tailbone, pulling your belly button towards your spine, and drop your head. These adductor rocks are going to help you stretch your inner thigh muscles. Like the name hints, you're going to rock your hip back to your heels as you extend the other leg out, trying to keep it straight the whole movement. I like to pause for a second or two as I bring my hip to my heel. On your last rep of adductor rocks, I want you to keep your hip on your heel and really feel that inner thigh stretch while we work on some mobility of the upper back. I'm going to place my right hand down in front of the leg that's kneeling, put my left hand behind my head, and try to rotate my left elbow as far back towards the wall behind me as I can without lifting my hip off of my heel or my hand from the back of my head. You're then going to repeat that on the other side. Next, we have half kneeling ankle rocks. We're going to bring our leg out to about a 45-degree angle and make sure that our ankle is slightly behind our knee like mine is here. So my knee is not directly above my ankle. You're then going to use your arm to help guide your knee towards the tip of your toes without lifting your heel off of the ground. This movement will stretch out the inside of the thigh a bit more and provide a great calf stretch. Now we're going to move on to our dynamic warm-up to help get our heart rates up. You could skip this step if you'd rather walk on a treadmill, walk outside, or do some other form of moderate intensity cardio for like 5 to 10 minutes. For the eccentric body squats, you want to take 4 to 5 seconds to get to the bottom of your squat. So we're moving slowly, feeling our muscles work, and then pausing for a half second as we get to the lowest point of our squat, and then we come up nice and quick. Next, we have a single leg reach. You want to keep a slight bend in the working leg or the leg that does not lift off the ground. You're then going to reach forward, kicking your heel back towards the room behind you, which allows you to drop your chest down towards the floor. If you need to regain your balance between reps by placing your foot lightly on the floor, that's totally fine. Next, we have inchworms. You're going to walk your hands out until you are in a high plank position, then start to walk your toes up to your hands as much as you can before you restart and move on to your next rep. Lastly, you'll complete 20 seconds of butt kicks. You want to literally kick your own butt with your heels, hence the name butt kick. We're starting with single leg forward hops and push presses to help us with power development, which allows us to be more athletic and use our muscle and strength quickly and efficiently. With this movement, you're trying to jump over a real or imaginary line and land softly on one leg. Notice that I land with the soft bend in my working leg and my hips stacked on top of my knee and ankle. If you're not ready for a single leg hop, you could substitute with a 2-leg forward hop instead like I'm doing here. For upper body power development, we'll be doing dumbbell push presses. I'm going to use the momentum that I'm gaining from doing this slight dip of my torso to thrust the weights up and above my shoulders nice and quickly. Make sure that you reset each rep by gently bringing the dumbbells back down to your shoulders before restarting the movement. Next, we have lateral squats that you could do with or without weight. The goal is to keep your non-working legs straight as you squat to one side, pushing your hips back, keeping your chest as upright as you can, and allowing the knee to come forward towards your toes. You're then going to drive down through the working legs foot to push yourself back up to stand. Next, we're going to work our upper bodies and our core muscles with these marching farmer's carries. First, you want to make sure that you have an upright posture with your shoulders back and chest up. Then holding the weights at your sides without touching them to your body, you're going to march each leg up, thinking about pulling the knee out and up and maintaining your upright posture in the torso. Moving on to dumbbell hip bridges, you're going to lie on your back with your knees bent and a dumbbell on your lap. I want you to pretend like you're squeezing a quarter between your butt cheeks as you lift your hips up and bring them in line with your knees and shoulders. Hold that for a 1-second pause and maintain that squeeze before lowering your hips back down. We're pairing hip bridges with these lateral to front raises. Using a light pair of dumbbells, you're going to raise your arms up and pretend like you're pouring out a gallon of milk. Notice that I'm not coming directly out to my sides, and instead I'm basically following a straight path out from my hip bones. Then holding the dumbbells in a neutral position, you're going to lift your arms up until your hands reach shoulder height. Make sure that you move slowly and with control throughout this whole exercise. Lastly, we have straight leg sit-ups and lying hip abductions. The straight leg sit-up can be done with or without weight, like I'm showing here. One of the most important parts of these sit-ups is when you are lowering your torso back down to the floor. You want to lower slowly, taking about 4 to 5 seconds, touching the lower back down first, then the middle back, then the upper back. This is where you will really feel your abs working. For the lying hip abductions, you're going to slightly angle your toes on the working leg down and think about driving your heel up to the ceiling as you lift your leg up. Don't forget that there are 2 more workouts that are a part of this workout series and on my channel right now. Together, these 3 workouts make up the perfect program for any beginner.